I have 5 items I want to visit with you about this evening. The first of these is an update on the one-way frontage roads project along I-35. As you're aware, we've been talking with ODOT now for the past several years concerning our mutual interest in getting this project done as soon as possible. And after a recent meeting that we had with ODOT Secretary Mike Patterson and Chief Engineer Brian Taylor, we have some good news, as this project is now included in the 8-year ODOT formal work plan, which is what they base it off to make all their funding decisions. This project continues to become a more important priority for both safety and congestion concerns as we experience more traffic volume along this segment of I-35. ODOT has told us that in a 5-year period, there were over 800 traffic accidents along this corridor, including 10 fatalities. The exit and entrance ramps continue to get more congested, more clogged, and more dangerous. The plan is to convert these 2-way access roads to 1-way roads and construct what are commonly known as Texas turnarounds, which would be additional single-lane structures that would be added to the existing bridges across the interstate. These turnarounds would be signal-free and would actually result in a reduced access time for traffic that's moving from one direction on the interstate to a location on the opposite side. No additional right-of-way is going to be needed, and the construction of the turnarounds can be accomplished without closing any of the existing bridge lanes as well. ODOT will provide a large part of the funding for the project. Over the past couple of years, we have met with both Integris and Mercy Hospitals, IMSA, businesses along the corridor, and the general public about this project possibility. Just about a year ago, this City Council formally approved a resolution of support that we sent to ODOT concerning this project as well. This year, the Chamber has also made this project their #1 state legislative priority for the year. And so as a result, our goal is now to determine what options we might have concerning how we can accelerate this project in the 8-year queue. The second item I want to visit about is the demolition of the old PD facility. Earlier this month, this facility was advertised for demolition, and we anticipate having a recommendation for you concerning a contractor at one of your meetings in April. The long-term plan for this site will basically involve a relocation of the city offices that we currently have in leased space near Main and Broadway. However, in the short term, our city staff is also looking at some other options that might be feasible, including an option to convert this space into a food truck park, which would include, I'm told, lawn games such as horseshoes, beanbag, etc., something that would be a different feature for the downtown area that we don't have now. So moving forward on that project as well. The third item is an update on the Thomas Drive realignment and water tower construction. As you remember, the Thomas Drive realignment involves moving the road to the east side of the student parking lot at Edmond North High School to enhance both pedestrian and vehicle safety. The current work includes curb and gutter work and then asphalt paving from John Ross Elementary south to the high school parking lot. The access to the elementary school was reopened today, and that is available again. The remaining road section that you could see at the top of this that would go north to Covell will be reopened to traffic either later this month or in early April, and that road opening will occur without the final surface course until all the other curb and gutter and sidewalk amenities and so on are completed as well. Also on this corner is construction of an additional 2 million gallon water tower. That construction's moving forward significantly, and it remains on target to be completed sometime around the end of this year. And the fourth project is an update on the AC Caplinger ball fields at Hafer Park. The design work is now completed on this project, and you can see the concept sketch that has been developed. And our staff recently met with both the architect and the EASI people to discuss phasing details and develop costs for the entire project. The estimated time frame for the areas to be improved are as follows. The first goal is to advertise for construction bids in September of this year. Phase 1 will involve improvements to the east side of the complex, and we're tentatively scheduling those from November of this year to June of next year. Phase 2 would involve improvements to the west side of the complex, scheduled to start in July 2020 to September of 2020. And then the remaining items to be accomplished in a Phase 3, which would start in October of 2020 and go to March of 2021. The funding for this project will be the 2000 capital improvement sales tax, and there is an initial budget estimate for the project of about $3 million. And then the last item is an update on sales and use tax. Our sales tax collections continue to trend upward, especially when compared to the previous year, even though this month that 1.8 increase actually continues a slight 2-month decline. For the year, however, we are still up over 4.2% in sales tax collections. Use tax collections basically had to go down after our record month last month of about a 79% increase, and they did go down, but even with that decline, we are still up almost 30% this month from what we were last March. So the year-to-date increase on the use tax is almost 37%. And our combined year-to-date increase in both sales tax and use tax data through the first 9 months of the fiscal year is about 9.6%, which is basically down only slightly from the cumulative 9.9 that we had at the end of last month. So very good months and very good news on our two most critical sources of revenue.